Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flame. So we're back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the 50 alleged victims that have stepped up to a law firm, and the law firm is like, okay, we will represent all of you guys. No, honestly, we know that some of these people are lying. Okay, once there's a lawsuit, this is how it normally goes. There are people that comes out of the woodworks that claims that he did this to me, when in actuality that person was found to be elsewhere at the time. They are claiming that they had such experience. However, is it impossible for Diddy to have over 100 victims? Definitely not. It is surely not impossible, because he has been in the business for quite a number of years. And based on how they describe his, freak offs, they would go on for days at a time. Certainly not impossible. Chances are they might have run through like 100 people or 50 in 2 days. So certainly not impossible. But I'll say this, a lot of people stepping forward with these lawsuits, they're not going to get anything, because Sean Diddy Combs, while he's behind bars, because these charges that they have against him already, these charges are giving him life sentence if he's found guilty. Now, if you're sentenced to life in prison, will you be settling any lawsuit? No, you would not be. Common sense. And not just that, we know that the feds are moving in. They are going to slowly seize his monies, okay? Everywhere he has money hiding, that they can touch, they're going to take what they can take, seize what they can seize. Maybe the kids have trust fund set up somewhere, so the girls would be okay if they have their trust fund set up somewhere. And if he was, very tactful in how it was set up, that would be secure. But every asset and anything that's tied to his name, they're coming for it. They are coming for it. But let's get into these, the SIFTI lawsuit that is coming from a Houston-based law firm. Let's talk about it. Now, they are representing 50 alleged victims who face sexual assault and abuse from Sean Diddy Combs and his associates. And they are predicting the group will keep growing as the case progresses. Save your time, save your money, save your breath. Okay? Save it. Think about it logically. Save it. Okay? Now, the attorney is Tony Busby, made some serious allegations on his firm's IG, saying the group of men and women who came forward have gut wrenching stories about what went down at Diddy's alleged freak off parties. You know what? You know what's disgusting? Remember, we read in the lawsuit about him hiring, people to work at these events? It's given the sense that a lot of people signed up, intentionally to work at these events. I can understand and imagine that some of these people who worked at these events might have faced sexual harassment, sexual assault, and all of that. But also, equally, I don't believe that everyone who worked at this event didn't know what they were getting themselves into, because many of these people not just worked at one Diddy party, some of them worked at 2, 3 Diddy party. Even though, when someone meets you at the first time, they may not try to advance to you, but the second time they may do it. I can see that happening also. We know we're no fool. We know these things happen. We know some of these people, they are willing participants. We know that some of these people are in that field. However, I have to say, not because people might be, sex workers, it doesn't mean that they should be exposed to torture, abuse, and anything that they did not agree to, okay? So, let me make that clear. Let's continue. No, this law is saying that he detailed the alleged mind-boggling violations against them as debauchery and depravity exacted by powerful people. Now, Busby claims some of the accusers were minors when the alleged incident occurred, and mentioned plans for a press conference where individuals can share their stories. Do I believe minors are involved? Yes, I do believe minors are involved. We're going to talk about that in another story with a young lady saying on Soft White Underbelly channel. She was 14 at the time, I believe. if not 16, but I think she was 14. And she said that this prince from some country took her to, I believe it was Miami, if not Miami, LA, told her that they were gonna be there for 2 weeks. She ended up being there for a month. And just when they were about to be sex trafficked was when they started their distraction strategy. They would take them shopping every day, giving them every single thing that they asked for. And then they were taken from that location to Sean Diddy Combs' house. And when they were at Sean Diddy Combs' house, that young lady overheard negotiations like you can have whichever one you want for whatever, right? She realized that she had to escape because she was about to sex traffic, so she made you her escape. And she was 14. So I do believe that minors were included. As I've said to you guys, this is a sex trafficking ring. Sean Diddy Combs is just the weakest link in this. He has to take the fall for everyone, okay? Now, he's saying that, he's preparing press conference for his clients to step forward. He says that some of the accusers were minors when the alleged incident occurred and mentioned plans for a press conference where individuals can tell their story, right? Now, while he has not I think yet I think they have a typo. While he has not yet filed, Busby says he intends to file a class action lawsuit on behalf of all the victims early next week. Now, he's also saying, to be clear, there's no known evidence supporting. So the article is saying, to be clear, there's no known evidence supporting Busby's allegations of some of the victims were minors, nor have any previous lawsuits or even the federal indictment alleged that. We've reached out to Diddy Camp for comments, but they haven't heard anything back as yet. Now, that's normally the process. They reach out to someone for a comment, no response. But again, I'm going to say I do believe that minors are involved. Given from that young lady's, experience that she shared on that channel, and that was years ago, long before Diddy's indictment, long before Diddy's name was being mentioned for any of these things. So I do believe, because that young lady was 14 at that time, so I do believe that we're going to hear minors coming up. As Sloan told us that the younger artists, they're going to come forward. They're going to tell us where the bodies are buried. People are going to realize that there were underage boys and girls involved in all of this. So time will definitely reveal itself in all of this, And it's not that, again, let me reiterate. I'm not celebrating Diddy's downfall. We're covering it. And we're, he's guilty of the act. I do believe that he should be held accountable, but he shouldn't be the only one being held accountable, because one thing we all know is that ain't no way he could have done all these things by himself. And as Sloan told us, he's just a small fish in all of this. So, just to make it clear, but that's all we're going to talk about for this video. Be sure to stay tuned because we have a lot more to talk about. So, remember, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, stay safe, stay sweet, stay blessed, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.